It's all in your perspective, though it may be a challenge to imagine that there could be such a man that proves to be better than. Somehow innately when we are young, we adapt to the mindset of comparison, but what's to be done when that does not and cannot apply to such a man? How are we to process immeasurable goodness and patience, love everlasting, peace extending beyond our understanding? He does and is more than what I am capable to imagine. Someone I've known for so long embodies and defines the very word of perfection. The true prophet, priest, king, and light. He's the rock and sacrifice, the true bread of life. This man being Jesus Christ, who we've known and heard so much about for most of our lives. Easily accessible, but still far exceeds our comprehension. To know he was willingly and innocently slain to prevent us from facing condemnation. With testimonies offered and biblical references from Genesis to Revelation, they all mimic and make way, pointing to the Creator, Him, Christ, who is the Lion and the Lamb. Beginning with Adam, exemplifying the lesson of obedience imputed to us. Abraham, answering the call of God, leaving comfort in the familiar behind. Jacob taking a blow for justice deserved, trading it instead for wounds of grace divine. Joseph turns a blind eye, forgiving and empowering those of his own. Moses standing in the gap, mediating between the Most High and his people destined to call the promised land home. Job, who faithfully intercedes for the ignorant while suffering an unimaginable trial all alone. David, whose victory becomes his people's victory, to claim and celebrate in joyous tones. Now, if you please, let me further elaborate and explain. See, these are just a few stories to name, to help draw the connection between the Creator and His creation. Jesus surpassed these deeds of mere mortals we've idolized and prized time after time in personal and unprecedented ways. He proves and shows Himself to be better than. For as part of the Holy Trinity, He humbled Himself and did so by becoming the one and only Son of God and Son of Man. The characteristics He then and now extends to the unrighteous with abounding grace, giving us reason during this holiday season we take the time to commemorate. It's more than because of the miracle of Christ's birth, when, yes, heaven sent the most precious gift ever given and entrusted to earth. More than a time to celebrate, but to gain a God-like perspective, to focus on the life He lived and the sacrifice given. We now live in a time we desperately need to see things differently, to see the bigger picture, the grand scheme of things. And when you truly get it, it's easier to apply the fact that the Bible isn't about just you. It's about what He has done, is doing, and will continue to do.